Once we know that y is equal to 2, you could go here. This is quiz 5 study guide. You could go here, so x would equal 2 minus 4, so x would equal negative 2. So the point where the two lines intersect would be at negative 2, 2. You're welcome. What else from the study guide? Excuse me, from the study guide. 3? 3 and then 6. You got it. Three, let's see. We got negative 2x minus y equals negative 14. 3x minus y equals 11. Did you do anything first or didn't know what to do first? Say that again. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. Okay, so did you solve for one of the letters first? Did you, when you solved, which equation? Top or bottom? Top. So in the top, if you went 2x minus y equals negative 14, and then did you add 2x to each side? Okay. I think. Did you divide everything by negative 1 next? All right. When you solve for one of the letters, you want to eliminate the negative in front of it. Okay? So the next thing to do here would be to divide everything by negative 1. So y equals negative 2x plus 14. And that would make a huge difference when you substitute. You want me to finish it? Okay. So if y equals negative 2x plus 14, this is like a super be careful area. So I'm going to substitute it into this equation. 3x. Look, minus. All right. Y is equal to negative 2x plus 14. Negative 2x plus 14 equals 11. Now, do you see this 3x minus and then a left parenthesis? That is the same as this, as 3x minus 1, which means this has to be distributed. So you get 3x, and then you get negative 1 times negative 2x, which is positive 2x. Negative 1 times positive 14 is negative 14, and that equals 11. So this is like, there's a couple things in this problem that aren't difficult, but could really get you off track fast. One being this right here, the negative in front of the y, and dividing everything by negative 1. The second being this negative right here, and the fact that you have to distribute it. So now if we finish down here, we get 5x minus 14 equals 11. Add 14. So your 5x will equal 25, and then you can divide by 5. So x equals 5. The easiest place to substitute it, I think, would be here. So y would equal negative 2 times 5 plus 14. So y equals negative 10 plus 14. And y equals, is that 4? So these two lines would intersect at 5, 4. So in your notes, I don't know, whatever you do to stay organized, right here, I would put a big star, asterisk, something, And then I would put it right here as well to remind you that those are super be careful areas. That's like the sign on the road. Oh, you guys don't drive yet, do you? That's right. We had this discussion the other day. But you've taken the road test, haven't you? Or the driving test? That sign, what does it look kind of like this? What does that mean? What? I thought that slippery when wet. No? Y'all cheated on the driver's ed test, didn't you? Yeah, you took your money, had your mom take it for you. My one son paid his brother $30 for him to take it for him. He's like, I'll never pass this thing. Here's $30. That's why none of y'all can drive. Couldn't even pass the test. Had your mom take it for you. So I guess no more, what is it called when you refer to something? Is that an analogy? The be careful asterisk to the slippery when wet. So when you're driving and it's wet, slippery, so that's be careful. Did you guys tie all that together? Okay. All right, good. Any other questions from the study guide? I know there are. 6, you got it. I thought I turned those off. I swear I turned them off. 7x plus 2y equals 11. 4x minus 7y equals negative 10. What did you try to do first, or you didn't know what to do first, or? Say that again? Substituting? So what did you solve for first, and in which equation? The bottom, and what did you solve for? What? One more time. Did you? Oh, you ended up with a bunch of fractions, didn't you? Okay. And then you said, this is a mess, right? So if that's the case, if you go to solve by substitution, both of these, like if this top one you subtract 7x, then you got to divide everything by 2. You're going to have 7 over 2 and 11 over 2. That's going to be a mess. And over here, you would have probably 4 over 7 and 10 over 7. And that's going to be a mess, isn't it? Both cases, you're going to have a mess, meaning a bunch of fractions. Well, I know how you feel about fractions. So then let's go to elimination. And when you glance through here for elimination, and like you got a 7x and a 4x, well, you can't just multiply one of them by something, can you? And then you got a 2y and a 7y. And you can't just multiply one of those by something. When that happens, pick a variable. All right, so I'm going to pick x. I'm going to pick x. When I pick x to eliminate, here's what we do. I want you to look up before you do anything else. Look up. Look up. We're going to eliminate the x's here. So watch. You see this 4 in front of the x? I multiply the top equation by 4. When I do, I'm going to get a positive 28x, right? Now, if I'm eliminating the x's and I multiply the top equation by 4, I'm going to multiply the bottom equation by, I'm going to use this number. But I'm going to make it negative, so it's going to be times negative 7. So I get a negative 28x. You see it? This number, if you're going to eliminate the x's, you use this to multiply the top. You use this to multiply the bottom. That will give you the same coefficient in front of the x's, but just change one of the signs. so that you got a positive and a negative. Now you got 7x times 4 is 28x. You got 2y times 4 is positive 8y. And 11 times 4 is 44. Your 4x times negative 7 is negative 28x. Your negative 7y times negative 7, that's positive 49y. Negative 10 times negative 7 is positive 70. I think my math is right. Now your x's go away. And what's that? 58 and 49 is 57. 57y equals 114 maybe? 44 plus 70, 114. Divide by 57. And y equals 2. If y equals 2, I'm going to substitute into this top equation because there's no negative signs. So 7x plus 2 times 2 equals 11. 7x plus 4 equals 11. Subtract 4. 7x equals 7 and divide by 7. So our x equals 1. So these two lines will intersect at 1, 2. What else?
I have one more, number 7.
Number 7. And a bunch of decimals. 0.3x, 0.3x plus 0.3y equals negative 4.5. Negative 0.6x minus 0.6y equals 9. All right, what did you try to do first?
Well, I multiplied the top row by 2, but then when I finished it, I got 0 for everything.
You got what?
0 for everything.
Multiplied the, oh, you sure did. So if you got 0 for everything, 0.3 times 2 is 0.6. What does that mean then?
Well, on the answers on the map, it doesn't have that.
What does it have as the answer?
1, 2.
As 1, 2?
Yeah. Oh, wait, number 7, no, it says negative 7 equals 8.
0.3x plus 0.3y equals negative 4.5. 0.6, negative 0.6x minus 0.6y equals 9. You multiply the top by 2.
Yeah.
Seems like everything would just disappear, doesn't it? Did anybody do it and get that answer? If you combine them and they disappear, doesn't that mean, what does that mean? We talked about that earlier. Aren't they the same? Yeah. So I would say that the answer is incorrect. Only other thing, I don't know. Do you remember when we were doing last week or the week before when it was like write it in standard form with integer coefficients? And if there was a fraction, we multiplied everything by the denominator. And if there was a decimal, we multiplied everything by the decimal place. Okay. I'm just going to, if you multiply everything up here by 10 first, just because everything's in the tens place. What's 0.3 times 10? Negative, what would that be? 45, right? And if you multiply everything on the bottom by 10, just to get rid of the decimals, what do we got? Negative 6x minus 6y equals 90. The same thing is going to happen, right? If you multiply the top by 2, you're going to get times 2. Oh, that's not nice. Negative 90. Yeah, I'd say they're the same. It's the same line. So infinite solutions. Anything else? So everybody knows how to do both word problems? It's incredible. Yeah, which one? 8? A group of 52 people attended a ball game. There were 3 times as many children as adults in the group. Set up a system. Find the number of children. So look, when they tell you to set up a system, they're telling you to write 2 equations, at least 2 equations. A group of 52 people, and there was children and adults. So you take your children plus your adults, has to equal 52. Then the other data was there's 3 times as many children as adults. So your children is equal to 3 times the amount of adults. So there's your 2 equations. And if C equals 3A and you substitute, you get 3A plus A equals 52. So 4A equals 52. And you divide by 4, so A equals 13. If your A equals 13, then your children are equal to 3 times 13, and your children are equal to 39. What else? Who asked that? Oh my goodness. You can probably just ask anybody in the class because they all know how to do it, you know what I mean? You're the only one in here that had a question on it. So maybe I can give my little pad right here to, I don't know, Nicole's sitting right in front of me. I can just give it to Nicole and she'll explain to everybody how to do it. She didn't have a question on it. You up for that, Nicole? No, okay. Okay. The length of a rectangle. Hello? Hello?
Are you talking to us?
Yeah, I thought somebody on there, I thought I heard some sounds coming out, maybe somebody choking on some macaroni and cheese or something.
That's not me. I'm good.
That kid he was in first period last week, and he's kind of zoomed in a little bit late. I said, what are you doing, man? You're late. He goes, I'm just eating breakfast. I said, what are you eating? He said, macaroni and cheese.
Ew.
Yeah, I know. And then I said, hot or cold? And he said hot. So I said, well, I don't know, maybe, nice warm mac and cheese for breakfast. That's not bad. What if you put some hash browns on top of it with an egg?
Egg on mac and cheese?
Yeah.
Never had that before.
Me neither, but
I put some bacon on it or something.
there you go.
But still,
Hash browns, a couple strips of bacon, put an egg on top, roll it all up in a burrito shell. Sounds pretty good, actually. All right, number 9. It says the length of a rectangle. So look, the length of a rectangle is 7.8 more than 4 times the width. That's 7.8 more than 4 times the width, isn't it? That's the length. The perimeter is 94.6. So look, perimeter of a rectangle is equal to 2 length plus 2 width. So they give you the P. They tell you that it's 94.6. So 94.6 equals 2L plus 2W. So look, here's your L. So put it here. 94.6 equals 2 times L, which is 4W plus 7.8, plus another 2W. So you got to distribute. 94.6 equals 8W plus 2 times 7.8. 15.6 plus another 2W. So we got to combine the 2W's. The 8W and the 2W, that's a 10W. Subtract 15.6. And that's like, what is that? I already did it. That's 79 equals 10W and divide by 10. So your width is 7.9. That makes your length equal to 2 times the width plus, wait, not 2 times, it's right here. 4, the length equals 4 times the width. Sorry about that. Come on. 4 times the width plus the 7.8. So the length equals 4 times 7.9 plus 7.8. 39.4. Length and width. Any other questions from you e-learners?
I'm good.
Any questions from you people in class? All right, we're going to start doing something at the end of these Zoom meetings that we haven't been doing. We're going to, I need a verbal checkout from you people that are here. So, like Gabe, you can say like, Gabe out, something like that. Just so I know that you're still with us. Otherwise, I can mark you absent.
Okay.
All right, Gabe, see you tomorrow.
All right, see ya.
Bye.
Who's that?
Elizabeth.
You got to give me your name before you just give me a bye. Is this Elizabeth saying bye?
Yes.
All right, can you say that?
This is Elizabeth is saying bye.
Bye, Elizabeth.
Do I have to say my name too?
No, I got you. Thanks, buddy.
Okay. All right. Bye.
See you tomorrow.